Alright, what's up boys? I'm here with another video. I'm giving you tips this time on Inferno, which is my favorite map. Now I don't think I know as much utility on Inferno as Mirage, but there's also not that much variance. There's only a couple things you really need to know, but as long as you know like one or two smokes for each bomb site on T side and CT, then you're good to go. So I'm gonna try to structure this video a little bit better, first T side then CT. So hopefully that'll be better for me to make timestamps, but we'll see. So the name of the game on Inferno is map control. Map control, map control, map control. And why is that? It's because rotates take forever. As you probably know, if you're three guys on A on CT side and then they just rush B and they kill both of them, then you know it's forever to rotate, and then it's 3v4, 3v5 on a bomb site retake, and it's impossible. So your goal is to have map control so you can know where the enemy is and try to get one or two picks, maybe aggressive. I like to play aggressive, so that's what I like to do. But if you don't want to play aggressive, want to play passive, make sure you save utility or, have setups where you're guaranteed to get one kill before you die. So that way your teammates can trade or they can have a chance in a clutch on a retake. So to start it off, we're going to start on the T side. And let's go banana at first. So what I like to do out of spawn usually is throw a flash mid. So that way if there's an opera coming to peek, they get flash. And then that way my opera has time to get set up. And usually if they flash, you could also flash and go aggressive mid. I do that too, so that way if anybody's peeking to flash. You have to be pretty quick, or you can flash and then jump out Mexico. And then you can just kind of post up here. A lot of times CT smoke mid anyway, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you know the CT is making aggressive, that flash is really good, just straight off the bat. Throw nice and deep. So for banana, well, if the CTs have already pushed down, or they're holding car, and you want to peek, you can just throw flash up on top of here, and that'll blind. As you can see, if you're holding, that'll kind of blind. Obviously, if there's offing, they can just shoot you blind. Just be careful of that. But what I like to do banana control at the beginning of the round is you just have a molly up, throw it up to car, grab the flash out, throw it over the wall. That's what I like to do. Basically, every round I have utility and I go banana. Just be careful that if they have a quick spawn, they can be close fast. But usually that doesn't happen. But that can happen. So obviously you can throw flash here, try to take control. Throw a nade if somebody's at corner. Stuff like that. So pretty simple stuff. So for B, execute smokes. First we have coffin. You just come up on the logs, walk up until you can't move anymore. Then I like to aim basically where this, like just form an imaginary two lines connecting this. And just regular left click throw. And you can see where that lands. Lands a little forward, so that way they cannot, if they try to stand on top of the coffin, they obviously are inside the smoke and can't see anything. Alternatively, you can throw this smoke, same spot, except you kind of just, instead of throwing it up here, you throw it down here. And that'll go a little deeper. So it'll better block off this area and give you more space, but also they could stay right here and shoot you. So if you're expecting that to be smoked off, you can get caught off guard, so just be wary of that. The CT smoke I like to throw is you get up in this corner, find this corner, and you just draw a little line like this way. Okay, of course I messed it up when I'm recording. It's farther to the left. And take a second to land. There you go, that's the CT smoke I like to throw. Alternatively, I'm pretty sure you can just get up against this doorway right here and throw it, towards the top of the smoke. And that's another one. Basically, so those are the two main ways. As you can see, no gaps. That's very important. So just to recap, right there, and just against the doorway, near the top of the smoke. Just regular left click throws. There you go. Bada bing. If you want to throw mollies on site, if for some reason you can't throw, if we don't have a coffin smoke, but I have a molly and CT smoke, obviously you want to be careful so you're not going to die. I like to get up in this corner, aim above here until we get the first, whatever you want to call that, and just regular left click throw. That'll land on top of the coffin, so that way they can't op coffin. Obviously they can go to the side but it's a better fight for you because they're just standing out in the open as opposed to a headshot angle on top of coffin. So it's better than nothing. If you want to know the molly for new box, you just get up in this corner. I believe it's this one right here. As you can see, here's the roof. Then we have the divot in the roof. Aim at the bottom of that and jump throw. And it'll land to the right. So they can sometimes, it spreads differently every time. So sometimes they can survive on the left. Basically, they're guaranteed not to peek you from the right, because that's where the molly will be. And, you know, I don't know any exact lineups, but, you know, if you want to throw, you can kind of just free ball it if somebody's already mollied that. It's a molly, first oranges. It doesn't spread inside, but they're pretty much stuck here. I'll see sometimes it spreads. Molly's a little weird on Inferno. So there you go. Oh, also from this position, after you throw the coffin smoke, this is the position where you can throw called the God Flash. So you get a flash out, and you aim it right around here at the bottom of this decal, somewhere in this area. You just hold it and jump throw, and that's called the God Flash. And why is it called the God Flash? Because it basically flashes every single position a CT could be looking. It's flashed here, flashed here, flashed here, flashed here, flashed here, flash everywhere. So basically, you can throw it. If your teammates are ready, you can get up. Your teammates are coming up. They just look at the wall. Boom. So they're not blinded. Look at the wall. Boom. Now everybody's blinded. Eek. So that's the God Flash. If you're just lurking, you want to cause a distraction, you can just, you know, free ball it over. But obviously, if your teammates are pushing, that's not really a good flash to throw, the free balling it, because they could get blinded. So that's T side for B. I think that's about it I have. Now for A, T side, if I'm coming up alt mid, I like to come out of spawn, shoot this window, and then I grab a molly, and I aim right where the building meets the ground, and as soon as I'm under the bridge, or, you know, while I'm under the bridge, just jump throw, jump throw while I'm running. It's pretty forgiving, as long as you aim in the correct spot, left or right, but distance-wise, you can aim it in a lot of different spots. And then it'll just kind of stop for the push, so if they're fast enough, they can be pushing while the molly comes down, so just be careful, but they'll usually abort mission if they see the mollies coming. So just be careful of that. Obviously, you can just throw flashes over mid to support. If you come up here, you jump up on here, and you just get straight on top of this, you can get a flashbang and throw it. So we're looking straight at this one. We want to look to the left, just somewhere around here in this dirt area, and just jump throw. And that's a pop flash if your teammates want to peek mid. So obviously, if I'm a CT, I'm holding here. I'm getting flashed. I'm getting flashed. I'm getting flashed. So it's a little bit of a pop flash for short. Any CTs holding short? I guess if they're behind the pillar watching here, they won't get blinded because the flash will go behind. So just be careful of that. So if we're coming mid, you know, from my flash some earlier. Pop flash I like to throw, so if your teammates are up here ready to peek mid, just jump right up on top of the barrel and aim right here. Simple left click throw. That's a great pop flash for mid. They're holding arch. They're going to get blinded. And some spots on lane, they'll get blinded too. So, but mostly for arch. If you want to smoke arch, you can come here. Just line yourself up against the edge of these scaffolding, or whatever you want to call it. There's two lines here. Go to the top, the middle of the top one. Just a left click throw. And that'll smoke arch for you. And then if you want to smoke moto, you just come up against the wall. Get right here. Here's the flower pot. Aim at the top left of the flower pot. Left click throw. And then you can take mid and execute A. So there is a smoke you can throw from here if you get in this corner from Broom. And then I believe if you just aim at the railing, edge of the railing, and just jump throw. I believe, yeah. It'll basically block off pit, so. And then if you want to throw a molly behind it so that they can't come around. Oh, that did something weird, but basically it blocks off pit so you can just focus on throw a flash up here. Focus on sight. So there's a couple smokes for you. If you're in apps as a T, you can throw the one-way lurk smoke. There's multiple ways to do this. The way I do is you get on the third line, 1, 2, 3. Just line yourself up against the wall. Here's the hinge, middle hinge on the door. I aim at the bottom. Left click throw, nice and easy. And that'll land here. So obviously, if there's a guy pit, he's probably gonna kill you. If there's a guy balcony, you're kind of screwed. But you could flash over, teammates flash over, you jump out, catch somebody off guard. So it's just a little bit of lurk smoke for you. That's pretty common lurk smoke. And then if you want to flash the pit guy, you just come up here, the second opening. See the chimney? Aim at the chimney. Left click throw. So that way, if somebody's holding here, they'll get blinded. Now it's pretty obvious. It's a pretty obvious flash, so they might just turn away. But it'll blind all of these positions right here. If they're right here, they won't get flashed. But yeah, also just be careful you don't get too close to the left, because then it'll hit the ceiling right here. So just make sure you're far enough to the right. And so once you take sight, if you want to re-smoke Moto, you can come to the pit here in this corner. You'll see the top of this lantern come up. You just aim at that and jump throw. It will take a while to land, so just be careful. But that's basically just the perfect Moto smoke. Re-smokes Moto, as you can see. Just like that. And if you want to take Arch, there's a couple smokes you can do. So if you get up in this corner, the closest one, you can aim a little bit. I think you can aim at the bottom one. So there's the top corner right here on the right, and then there's the one on the left right here. Aim on that one, jump throw. I'll bounce out the flower pot. And I'll smoke off this. So if they're watching from Library Moto, they can't hit you. And then you can also throw a smoke right here. You just go to the left side of this area, aim at the right side, tip, jump throw again. Simple jump throw. And that'll land inside Arch. So that's all I remember for T-side utility. That are the essentials. Just trying to think of anything. No, that's good. So CT side, you can just go to CT side on A, since we're right here. So I like to play pit a lot. If you're holding pit, I almost always sit right here. It's a free kill. It's really hard for the terrorists. If they're coming out balcony, it's basically free kill. It's really hard to peek this position, as you can see. It's really hard. I don't even think you can see the head right there, but they can see the top of yours. If they can, it's pretty hard. And if you want to peek them fully, I mean, you can wallbang, but it's pretty difficult. Oh, apparently you can't. Thought you could wallbang, but you can't. So, obviously, if you want to peek them fully, you got to come out. And if you're coming out here as a terrorist, you're probably looking sight. So it's an easy way to catch people off guard. I guess here you could hold angle too. They can kind of see you from there, but obviously you're more open to lane. So right here, they can't kill you from lane. Bada bing. If they try to molly you from lane, you can throw this smoke just against the wall. It'll extinguish the molly usually. Then you can play on top of a bike and have a little one-way right here. Some fun. Play around it, dance around the smoke. Just stay alive while your teammates rotate. Also, if you're pit, you can just throw a simple flash. Oh, now there's a smoke in the way. Just throw a simple flash off the door, and boom, that's easy pop flash. You can throw it from behind the wall. You can throw it from over here. Just anything against that door, and it'll pop flash lane perfectly. You're not gonna have a lot of time to react, so easy pop flash for lane. And if I'm pushing up apps, what you can do is you can molly here so that it can't rush you, and then you can spam this doorway. So you can spam this. So if you spam to the left side, it gets the corner. They're sitting in this corner. So I've only gotten one kill ever after I started doing this, but just try to get some chip damage. Also, if you're on T side, here's another flash. You just get back here. Aim right here at the tip of the railing, left click throw. That's a pop flash, another pop flash for lane. So obviously very little time to react if they're holding boiler. And I think that's it for CT side on A. Oh, another pop flash I like to throw is right here. So don't expose yourself. So you know they like to push mid early on. I just grab a flash, I throw it off the ceiling, and then I peek after it pops, and usually there's somebody here blind. It does blind Mexico, but you gotta be careful because they can just crouch down. But as you can see, just pop flashes mid. They can see it or hear it, so it's not perfect, but it does work a lot of the time. But just don't overextend because it does not blind the ramp, so somebody can come up from the ramp or op and kill you if you overextend. And that's about it on A. On CT side, obviously, throw a nade at the beginning. What a lot of pros do, if without peeking the half wall, you just throw it off that wall right there, and it'll land right here. So if anybody's setting them nades or taking banana slowly, you can throw it from a spot where you're safe, relatively. They can't see you from there, and you get some good chip damage with the nade. Some good pop flashes are right here. You can just get up into this corner, crouch. I just aim, in the middle between the wire and the wall. Just crouch throw. As you can see, it lands right here. So if they're coming up banana, they'll get blinded most of the time. Not the best, but it could delay a rush or something like that. The most common pop flashes are right here. So if you have a teammate right here ready to peek banana, you can come up to this coffin. There's two ways to throw this. The most common is you just get up on top of coffin and you aim on the right side of this with a pane. And just regular left click. And that'll pop flash and then your teammate can peek. That's really good. But sometimes if you're really close to the wall as a terrace, you can hear me throw that. So if you want a silent one that lands in the same area, you just come up behind coffin, aim at the top of this thing right here, and jump throw. And it lands in pretty much the exact same spot, except the terrorist won't have a chance to hear you throw it, I'm pretty sure. What I like to do if I'm playing B is if I want to play passive, I just like to jiggle this. And then as soon as I see somebody or I get shot at or they throw utility, just bounce the smoke off the wall, and that'll kind of delay the push. And then a lot of times I like to hide right here, because if they do decide to push through smoke, well, if they're spamming CT, they'll spam it over here this way, and they probably won't hit me. No, this is risky, and if they rush through the smoke, I'm guaranteed a free kill, basically, because they're going to run right into me. If you're playing up here, you can throw it one way. You hear them rushing. You just stand on top of here, aim as shown, and right-click. And then you jump down, and you have a little one-way. You can see their feet, so it is a little hard to hit them, but they can't really see you too well. I'll catch off guard, because they'll think it's clear. They look this way, look that way, but you're right there. Oh, another molly for T-side, if you want a molly new box on the fly, anywhere without peeking it, you just aim at this thing at the top of the roof, basically anywhere in this area, and it'll land behind new box every single time. So that's how you molly new box on the fly. If you get smoked off coffin, you can kind of throw a smoke in front of it, and then try to play around that. Catch people off guard if you want. If you're retaking, and they're planning coffin, say they smoked off CT and they're planning coffin, what you can do, so you can just aim at this wall somewhere, just come at this angle like this, and jump throw nades. Oh, well, that was a bad example, but there you go. There you go, and they'll land on coffin, so they'll hurt the planner. So that's just a good lineup. Just come up against the wall, jump throw, running jump throw. If you want to molly dark, if somebody's hiding dark, you can just come up against this wall. Find where the wood right here is, and just go up straight to the concrete up here, and then you hold it. You run forward, and then jump when you reach here. So you just have it, run, jump through. And that'll land right in dark. And, yep. So, that's all I can think of right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and good luck fragging.